Hi friends, hope you are doing well. So today I'm going to discuss the DAAD RISE Professional Scholarship, and this is essentially a scholarship which is given for summer internships in Germany, and this is given for people in the science engineering type of fields. Now here RISE stands for Research Internship in Science and Engineering. Now in a previous video I discussed about the RISE Germany scholarships, which are essentially given out to bachelor's degree student to do summer interns up to 3 months in Germany, and this RISE professional scholarship essentially applies to people who are doing master's and PhD degrees, and this master and PhD degree should be done in 4 countries. So these countries are US, Canada, UK and Ireland. So these are the 4 countries where you should be studying at this time. And there is a certain thing which is also mentioned for international students, that international students must be in the country for at least 12 months at the time of application. So I think this means that international students who are working in these countries, and of course as you know there are a large number of international students who are doing masters and PhD program in these 4 countries, they also can apply if they have been in the country for at least 12 months. So let us look at some of the details about this scholarship. So essentially you get to spend time in some company in Germany, or in some cases it could also be a research institute or a government institution which has very close ties to companies. So I would think most of the people would be going for companies in this case, but there are some who may get in some of these institutes also. Now, beside the masters and PhD students, if you are a person who has been a RISE Germany alumni, that is, you did get the bachelor degree summer internships to go to Germany, you can apply here. And if you are a recent graduate and you have graduated less than 8 months before, then also you can apply for this RISE professional scholarship. Now let's look at the fields in which you can apply. So these fields are biology, chemistry, computer science, physics, earth science, engineering, or closely related fields. So I notice here that mathematics and statistics are not mentioned, but probably if you are somebody who knows some aspects of computer science, you can apply through that medium. Also, I would say fields like data science may also be included here because that's pretty close to computer science. So essentially you need to be in one of these science and technology type of fields. Now the scholarship is going to be given by the DAAD, and also you are going to get some extra money from the company. So as far as DAAD is concerned, it's going to give you 434 euro per month if you are a bachelor degree or a master's degree student, and it's going to give you 700 euro per month if you are a PhD student. The company is going to pay you 500 euro per month. So this money is going to come from either the company or the research institute. So I think the totality of this sum is pretty decent. So for example, if you are a bachelor or master's degree student, you are going to get 434 plus 500 euro per month, and if you are a PhD student, you are going to get 700 euro from DAAD and 500 euro from the company. Now beside this, DAAD is also going to provide you various expenses. For example, travel expenses back and forth from your home country. They are going to provide you with health insurance, they are going to provide you with accident liability insurance, and so on. Now beside this, I should mention that this fellowship is essentially for 3 to 6 months. So most people may take it for 3 months, but if you are able to get a longer time of leave from your university, you can even go for 6 months. So that's the maximum amount of time they are going to cover you. Now beside this, DAAD is also going to provide you 70% of any German language course fees if you plan to take such a course, and this is limited to a maximum of 250 euro. Now of course it is mentioned here that it's a good idea to know German, but of course in some courses German may be important, in some courses it may not be important. But what I have seen in Germany is that as far as universities are concerned, they are pretty open to talking in English and conducting all their work in English, but some of the companies, especially the smaller companies in smaller towns, you are going to find much more of German being prevalent. Though they may talk to you in English every now and then, if you do not know any German, you will not be able to follow any of the discussions which are going on within the company, and so that would make it somewhat harder. So I would always say that if you are in college, maybe take a course or two in German, so that's going to prepare you quite well, and then when you are in Germany you can brush up on your German, or you can take one of these courses which are subsidized by DAAD. Now you're also going to get some money to attend a 3-day RISE meeting at Heidelberg, Germany. This is going to happen in July, and this is a place where all these fellows are going to congregate together, and they are going to probably have a good time. So they're going to pay you 160 euros for travel reimbursement for this particular RISE conference, which takes place in Heidelberg. Heidelberg is a very well known publishers destination, so maybe you can check this out if you are planning to publish any books down the road. Now typically this fellowship takes place between May 15 to December 15, so you are in time for the Oktoberfest if you plan to go to Munich for that, and you need to apply online from October 15. So this is in the year before the fellowship actually kicks off for you, so you need to apply the year before. You need to get letter of references from your supervisor and so on. So again, I think the bigger problem here is going to be really to convince your PhD or master's advisor, especially your PhD supervisor, to permit you to go here to do some internship. But in many cases Germany has many good companies. For example, if you are a mechanical engineer, you can think of going to Mercedes-Benz or BMW or Volkswagen, as the case may be, Siemens maybe, and so on. So there are a plethora of companies out there in Germany where you can go, and also there are many small and medium-sized businesses scattered throughout Germany, and many of them produce a lot of advanced machinery and things. So again, you can apply for all these things. Also, Germany is pretty strong in fields such as chemistry and material science, so maybe you can take advantage of that. So you will have to probably convince your PhD supervisor to let you go to Germany for this intern, and of course 3 months is not a long time, so you could probably take off in summer from May 15 for 3 months and then come back to your work. So do remember that some of you may need to get a visa to do this whole thing. So if you are an international student in any of these countries, which is the US, UK, Canada, or Ireland, you need to make sure with your university that you are allowed to do this thing under your given visa status. So they'll confirm you if that is possible, because if you have not had your visa stamped, for example, this may create complications. So make sure you talk to the international advisors at your university and determine all the important things here. So again, you can get much more information on the web page of the DAAD. So whatever I talk about here, you can further cement and clarify it by looking at the web page. So I will put a link of the web page in the description box and you can check it out below. So that was my video for today on the DAAD RISE Professional programs for masters and PhD students in Germany. This is a great opportunity to work in Germany in the company, so you can get practical experience, which is very much necessary for graduate students who often spend too much time doing theoretical work and writing papers. And it's certainly going to help you if you are planning to make a break into the industry sector, because in many cases I have mentioned that university jobs are becoming harder and harder day by day. So many of the PhD students may actually have to work in industry, and Germany has a long tradition of this kind of transition of graduate students into the industry sector. So I'll end this video here and I will see you in a video sometime soon. See you then.